This week on Not Another Shooting Show.
Give me more Smoothwood.
I don't think you got the balls to do it.
No, fellas.
Me? Never. I've never jumped the shark ever.
If you want to skip the politics shit, skip ahead to about 85 minutes into the episode. He is Jeff King. I'm Andy Erickson. This is Not Another Shooting Show. We go to Pewaukee, Wisconsin. Or is it Pewaukee, Wisconsin? I like Pewaukee. P-E-W and then Aukie, like Milwaukee. Pewaukee. Let's go with that. Waukesha County Sheriff's Deputy accidentally shot themselves during a department training session at the Waukesha County Technical College. The sheriff said it happened just before 8:30 a.m. on Tuesday at the firearms range on campus in Pewaukee. The deputy was taken to the hospital with a gunshot wound to the foot, was released the same day. Operator error or P320?
Since it was at a range, I'm going to say operator error.
I would agree with you. That's probably more likely, yeah.
Yeah, the cop drawing from holsters. Every time you're like, man, why does this range have to draw from? Why can't I draw from holster? You're like, because that's how people shoot themselves.
Yeah.
Unless they're carrying a P320.
Mm-hmm. Then there's a whole myriad of ways people can shoot themselves. I am currently sitting in my basement that is probably 8 degrees colder than it should be. There is weather coming. Now we're not really getting anything crazy except an extreme cold warning. The low tonight, we're recording Thursday night, so this is dropping Friday. We're recording last night. The low tonight in Sioux Falls, 17 below. With a wind chill of, well, Jesus Christ, I don't even know. What's the wind chill when the wind is blowing 30 miles an hour it's somewhere around 60 below or minus 60. That was a thing when I was in radio. You never say minus. It's always 17 below, 4 below, 8 below. You never say minus or negative.
Why?
It was just a stylistic thing. I don't know.
Oh.
And it just stuck with me. One program director I had said that, and I'm just like, okay. And so now I never say minus. I think negative 60, that's for math classes. When you're talking about temperatures, it's 17 below 0. You don't have to say the 0. It's inferred.
Right.
But yeah, it's going to be, oh God, it's going to be so cold here. Now, in Omaha, it's only going to be slightly warmer tonight, isn't it?
Yeah, so we won't, well, depending if you count midnight as the day that, the shift of the day, we will only finish the day at 8 above 0. But by 9 a.m., we'll be at -5.
Yeah, I'm looking at National Weather Service. It's 16 as of right now. Overnight low, they're guessing 4 below. So not quite as cold as 2.5 hours north of you, but school is called off tomorrow.
Yep.
And my mom immediately was like, why? I said, because it's going to be 17 below in the morning, Mom, and it's going to be really windy. And the number of, I used to drive school bus. Parents just won't send their kids to school. There's no point.
Yeah, the buses aren't heated. The bus stops don't exist.
The buses are heated. They just leak warm air like crazy.
Yeah.
There's heat. It works in most of them, at least the company I drove school bus for.
So yeah, right now it's 17 degrees and it says it feels like 8 degrees. Did I ever tell the story about how my grandpa was saved in a snowstorm by a dog?
No.
So my grandfather grew up in the 30s, and so and he was poor, so there was no phones. So mom and dad, mom always made him go to school. So big snowstorm, they bundled him up tight, off he went to school.
Yep.
Uphill both ways, the whole story.
They didn't have text messages to tell him it was called off.
Nope. So
or no Chromebook to take home and do remote learning.
Right. So, oh man, that sucks.
That's what we keep getting these emails. Remote learning tomorrow, and my youngest is just like, I'm not doing that.
Right. Snow days used to be awesome, but so my grandfather made to school, realized school was canceled because no one was there, and he was knee deep in snow. So as he was walking back, he started getting tired, and so he sat down next to a tree, and this dog came up and basically bullied him to keep walking. And so he stood up, started walking, and he went to sit down again, and the dog kept pushing him until he got to this house. And so he knocked on the door and got in the house. And so yeah, my grandfather was saved from freezing from hypothermia by a random dog.
That's an awesome story. Wow. Yeah. My dad always talked about how he had to walk uphill both ways. We had to walk every day to school. Now, I mean, it was not the shortest walk ever. It was all the way at the end of the driveway. He did grow up on a farm, and the driveway was probably somewhere between an eighth and a quarter of a mile long. So it wasn't nothing, but it still was not as far as I had to go for elementary school if I walked. So anyway, yeah, it's super cold. I was supposed to be going to Dallas and Waco this weekend, not going.
They're going to be 2 feet of snow.
The event we were going to for my daughter's scholarship thing was canceled. And so we're crossing our fingers that American cancels the flight tomorrow morning and we get a full refund.
Hey.
I'm guessing since it's only going to be raining tomorrow morning in Dallas and it's just going to be cold as balls here with no precip, we're probably paying $90 per ticket for a change fee.
Yep.
So, but
well, and that's how it be. I mean,
yeah.
So speaking of the South getting snow, all y'all south of the Mason-Dixon line, get out there, get training.
Yep.
See what it's like to be up.
Flying, get out there, get your belt on. I mean,
yeah. See what it's like in the frozen north. You made us fucking get ready for production nationals in May. And so I remember the North Dakota boys telling me that they dug out part of their range so they could practice a couple times before they went. So y'all south of the Mason-Dixon, learn what it's like to be up here in the frozen north.
Yeah.
But
they won't.
No.
They're going to stay indoors with the power out.
All their trucks with 2-wheel drive.
And my boss at work is from Texas, and he was after he said "ol" about 17 times today, he said that, well, now hold on, they know how to drive on ice. It's snow they don't know how to drive on. I'm like, what's the fucking difference? He's like, well, that's why people from the South drive so slow up here when they face snowy weather. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm still better skilled at dealing with that than any of those fuckers down there that have never lived anywhere else. I mean, I'm sure there's people who lived in Minnesota and in the north and whatever that live down there now, and yeah, they'll get around okay. But the thing is, that's not even the problem. The problem is the truck I drive and throw salt all over the countryside with, that they don't have those there.
No. And that the infrastructure helps, the tools and all, and just being used to it. I'm not trying to be political here, but watching the ICE agents that they shipped up from Texas and Florida try to drive in the Minneapolis ice.
Yeah.
I watched one where it was like 4 or 5 ICE vehicles just sliding down a hill, and a bunch of Minnesotans going, you didn't put your chains on, did you, boys?
If you're not going to get all-terrain tires or get studded tires for the winter, you got to have chains on those tires.
Oh, yeah, bud. And just listening to Minnesotans give them advice on, bud, that coat ain't gonna last. You need to bundle up more layers, bud. Oh, those gloves not thick enough. And I'm like, you show up to a city to do some shit, and the populace comes out and we hate you, but also be prepared for the winter. Here, get them thick coats on.
It's so cold right now. I'm not looking for it. I sent Robert Wyatt a graphic of there was a zone from the Dakotas across Minnesota, Nebraska, Wisconsin, over to the east, where overnight wind chills were going to be 60 something below, and he just goes, "How?" And here's how I explained it. I said, "Okay, Imagine a temperature of 17 below, which I'm guessing in Utah it's probably gotten close to that. But then add the wind from Area 3, which he was at. So that I felt like that was a pretty good way of explaining it.
It is always funny when, and I've seen some videos from the Minnesotans talking about this, is when they're like, it's colder in Minnesota than it is in Antarctica. A land of nothing but a land of nothing but snow and ice will be warmer than Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Yeah, it's the Arctic Triangle between Minneapolis, Sioux Falls, and Fargo. One of those cities is always the worst of the three. It's usually not us. Usually Minneapolis or Fargo is worse off, especially Fargo, because they're just like straight north. They're still north, Is it longitude that goes sideways? Or is it latitude? I can never remember.
I think it's latitude.
Okay. Anyway, whatever the sideways one is, they're farther north than Minneapolis is. Not by a hell of a lot, but they're still farther north. But like, if it's 17 below here, well, let's just find out what it's going to be. I've got a Google machine.
You were right. It was longitude.
Oh,
no.
Okay.
No, wait. Fucking Google AI. Goddamn mother.
So we only have one night of an extreme cold warning. Fargo has it for the whole fucking weekend. Their overnight low tonight is 22 below.
And that's without the wind chill?
That's just the temperature.
What's the point of counting at that point?
Yeah. Wind chill values as low as 43 below. So I'm guessing the 63 below graphic wind chills was probably an exaggeration. It was like when the gusts are happening, probably, or something like that. But anyway,
when you measure the lifespan of your appendages in minutes.
Yeah.
I love when they're like, yeah, if your skin is exposed to this temperature for 7 minutes, it will fall off. You're like, oh, Jesus.
I get a kick out of the difference between an extreme cold warning in Fargo, North Dakota versus Dallas, Texas. This is fucking funny. Because they have a winter storm warning in Dallas starting Friday night through Sunday. But then an extreme cold warning, which, I mean, it is Texas. So, they don't have furnaces like we do up here. They don't insulate the walls like we do up here. So, maybe they do because of, keeping the cold air in the summer. But their extreme cold warning is a overnight low of 6 on Sunday night. That is the coldest it will be, which is pretty fucking cold for Texas. 14 below Saturday night. Like, this was going to be our little vacation, going to a place where it's like, oh, this is just like the regular everyday weather, not the crazy shit back home. But anyway, enough about the weather. It's going to suck for a lot of the country this weekend. Let's talk about shooting shit. I was so happy when I saw that Southland was on Netflix. Did you ever watch that show back in the day?
I watched I want to say the first season, but it came out when there was a lot of great shows on, and that one, it fell off my radar.
Well, it also got fucked by Jay Leno. Because do you remember the whole, I'm Jay Leno, I'm retiring, and oh wait, I'm unretiring.
Yeah, kind of.
And so it was supposed to be Conan's show, and then when he came back, Conan's like, but it's mine now. And then, so then Jay goes to 9 p.m. Central Time. Like, we have 10 o'clock news. Last network show is at 9.
Right.
Southland was in that time slot when Leno decided to come back. And boom, Southland got bumped. And it was doing okay. It wasn't a gangbusters ratings show, but God, it was good. Right. I've been rewatching it. I'm almost the end of season 4. There were 5 seasons of it. And the seasons are only like between 5 and 10 episodes. The sketch, like, it got knocked off NBC and then it ended up on TNT. And then they had it for a few more seasons. Great fucking show. The gun handling in it, it's mostly just like cops, pistols, you know,
pull gun,
gangbangers.
Yeah, pull gun, yell at person, fire some shots, put back in holster.
But I saw one of the coolest things. It's very boring in the grand scheme of things, but I was so thoroughly impressed when I saw it. I think it was in season 1. I couldn't tell you what episode it was. I didn't write it down. But there was a scene where Regina King, playing Detective Adams, comes in to help a woman, had her gun out, and she comes in and realizes, okay, don't need the gun out anymore. She's carrying a Smith & Wesson 3913, according to IMFDB. And you don't see it, but you hear it. She decocks it and then holsters it. I was so impressed. I have never seen a decocking of a pistol on TV or in a movie.
Yeah.
Have you? Can you think of one?
There's two shows that I watched that might have had them, but I wasn't paying attention enough. It'd be Burn Notice, and then there was another show called Strike Back where the gun handling was fairly good.
And the most of the gun handling in that show is, it's not trying to be John Wick or anything. It's just, it's pretty solid. You know, some of the grips are fucked up. Most of them are okay. You know, but
I love when the action hero has a teacup grip, and you're like, they didn't train you very hard.
No, all of the cops in the show, they may have, you know, not what we would use in USPSA for a grip, but it's not terrible. Like, their support hand is on the side of the gun. You know, it's like actually helping.
Yep.
You know, whether or not they're squeezing or not, who knows? But yeah, I haven't seen a teacup with any of the main cast. So, no, but it's also the one show, because it's LAPD. It's all Glocks, Berettas, and third gen Smiths.
Yep.
Are like the three pistols they have. And there's I can only remember one guy that carried a Beretta, and he wasn't even really on the show anymore. His character was just sort of like not brought back by season 4, but he was kind of boring anyway. But he was the only Beretta I remember. Most of the rest are either Glock or Smith & Wesson. But yeah, I was just thoroughly impressed that a TV cop decocked the hammer and trigger on a Smith & Wesson. I thought it was fucking cool. Anyway, everybody should go watch Southland on Netflix because it's amazing. Okay. Do we have? Yeah, we've got time for.
We're doing Reddit, or are we doing?
Oh yeah, should we do that before the paywall?
Yeah, let's give
do it
people
before
a taste.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. This is the bit we did a few weeks ago, where we just scroll through CCW and shit on everything that catches our eye. This is not planned. We're literally just scrolling down and talking shit. So, first thing I see on there, posted by Tactical Horsecock.
Let's go. I love Tactical Horsecock.
This isn't one to shit on. I only picked it because of the username. It's just a video of a couple of guys trying to rob a guy in a pickup, and he shoots one of them, and he's probably dead. And, yeah.
Well, you're missing the best part.
I didn't really look closely at it.
Yeah, so it's a 17-second video, and so it's two guys like trying to hold this dude up or whatever. He shoots one of them through the glass. He gets out, kicks the gun away, and then pistol whips the fuck out of him for 5 seconds, and then the video stops.
Oh, I missed the pistol whipping.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I missed the best part. I quit watching after the. Like, he shoots him, then pistol whips him. The other guy just completely pussed out and ran.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, most bad guys, when bullets start flying, they start running. And he clipped this dude through the glass early, and then he was like,
When I watched it, it looked like he just cracked the doors open and shot.
To me, it looked like he shot through the window. But yeah, and then he's just like, I have not exacted enough revenge upon you. I am going...
Oh, you're right. He did shoot through the window.
Yeah, and then he's like, I have not done enough damage to you. I must beat you with a pistol for 5 seconds. Like, fuck off.
Oh, my God.
So I have it turned on on best sort. So the next one I have is from 7 days ago. So one thing, when you're on RCCW, there will be real ones and fake ones. And my next one is a fake one because it is a High Point $100 bill with a Vortex Spark as the red dot, and a old school Nokia, a green Ozarks Trail.
I saw that one.
Yeah, and
I've already seen that one. That's why it's not showing it to me. I've already seen that one. I did see that because I remember the Nokia. I forgot about the $100 High Point, but
yeah. So that one's great. That one's I I assume that one's a troll. Good.
Couldn't High Point just do that rap, ironically, with a $1 bill?
They really should.
They really should. That'd be so fun.
But the $100 High Point, $189 at a pawn shop, that number does not change. And then you get like every fucking time it's, oh my God. Next post after that one is got the itch again. What should I get next?
No, that's mine. That's the one I want. That's mine. That's mine. Okay, so got the itch again. Which one should be next? It's a picture of a Smith & Wesson Bodyguard 2.0. I think it's is that a
P365 macro comp?
Yeah, the
maybe?
macro one. Yeah, I couldn't think of the macro word, and I couldn't remember the number either. I kept wanting to say 320, and then a Shield Plus. Oh, okay. So you got one gun that's kind of full size, but not really, and then two little ones.
You have 3 small carry guns. Your next one should be a Shadow 2,
and also has whatever the soft tape is around the grip.
The hockey tape.
Is that what it is? Hockey stick tape or hockey tape?
I think. I don't know. Yeah, it's bitch boy tape because the M&P was too hard on his soft skin.
I had a guy in my last permit class that had that shit on his gun. His gun was flipping around in his hand so fucking bad. I was like, dude, get that shit off your Glock. It is not helping. It is making it worse. And I picked it up and I'm like, let me go get some gun oil and we'll smear that all over the grip. That'll help. It was so fucking slippery. I don't know what the hell tape it was, but I was like, why do you have that on there? He's like, I said, is it more comfortable to carry? Covering up the texture? Yeah.
He saw some fucking try-hard boy or a post like this on Reddit and was like, I'm going to copy that because that looks cool as fuck. And it's like, no.
Ironically, the rubber hoe grip is the least fucking stupid thing in the picture.
Right.
It really is.
Yep.
And I never thought I would say that. Okay, your turn.
All right. So scrolling down past all of... For some reason, they always post 3 guns when they're like, oh, look at my setup. Check out my setup. Herp. If I scroll down far enough past all of the, check out my first gun in my random holster, I get to a 20. I saw it was a 1911. It was a beautiful. So one of the things about RCCW is you're going to get these random fucking dumb posts, and then you'll get some dude who's a photography major or it's actually like a photographer who just happens to carry and will lay out the best setup possible. Oh, here we go. Never mind that. New CCW meta. I believe it's 2 aliens stuck together. What the fuck is this? What? Let's go. Okay.
I'm scrolling.
Wet CM rag.
Just paste the link in for the rundown because I'm never going to find it because the algorithm is not showing us the same thing.
Okay, it's under.
Okay.
On the rundown. So, to describe it to the peoples, it's 2, I believe, Lago aliens or equivalent guns because the barrel looks low.
Oh. And they're aliens.
Yeah, and it has like an attachment point that connects their slide rails together and puts a red dot on the connector of the slide rails.
But you're leaving out the best part.
The 50-round drums in each of them.
And the second best part, this thing is designed to be fired, both of them sideways akimbo.
Yes.
Except they're connected for reasons. Now, this is something from SHOT Show, and I think it's just a goof. But
it's a meme. It's a meme gun. You see this shit in like video games and stuff like that. But it's
not like, oh, let's just do this. It'll be funny. Like they used a dovetail mount to make this happen. It isn't just on the rail. It's in the dovetail.
And this is like this doesn't look like 3D printed. Like this looks like someone actually tried at this. And so I'm looking at $10,000 worth of guns put together in the dumbest way fucking possible.
I'm going to shit on the 18 people who are all holding up their tier 1 holster as if it was brought down the mountain by Abraham and handed out as if it was we have given you the one commandment.
Yep.
T1. I would just like to point out how fucking stupid it is. You're going to make your holster a little bit fatter by adding the embossed T1 into it. Thank you. I really appreciate you making it just that much wider when I'm stuffing something into my fat ass belt. You know, we're not all, you know, skinny dudes, but whatever. And also holsters with a mag carrier attached to them. Why? Why?
Right.
You know why they make those? Because dumb shits will buy them. That's why. Because they think some fucking idiot thinks they need that.
And belt challenge.
I do not ever care. I own 2 concealed carry mag pouches. I only bought them to find out, like, how stupid is this?
And it's pants on head.
It is. It's it's like the least comfortable thing on my body when I'm carrying the least comfortable gun I have. It's like when your keys end up in the wrong spot when you roll, like you're laying on the floor watching a movie. Yep. It's like rolling over on your keys. It's like Garth and Wayne's World, like, I fell on my keys.
All right. So you got the next one. Let's keep it rolling. Oh, okay.
I just shit on everybody thinking tier 1. I mean, I own a couple of tier 1 holsters. They're okay.
Oh,
but like
Jam Custom Kydex. That's the way to go. Anyways, so I'm going with
but whatever.
I'm going with. I found my 2011 post. I'll put it in the rundown for you to follow along with. So I'm only shitting on it because 1911. And dude, he has a pipe, like I am a wizard, like, let me smoke my pipe. And I'm sure this dude, I'm sure this is a photography major who carries a 1911 and 40 goddamn 5. He's got
smooth wood grips. Yes.
Smooth wood grips.
More smooth wood.
Leather shoulder holster with a 2 mag so that they have the equivalent of one fucking 9mm Glock set 19 or Glock 17.
Yeah, I'm carrying extra mags so that I can. God.
Yeah. So this is a dude. He is doing it for style and like his photography. Like,
it's pretty. It's like
fire.
on leather bound books or something.
Yeah, like. Whoever this dude is a photography major and he is going to do great in his job. But as a gun person, go fuck yourself.
Whenever I see smooth wood grips like that gun, or there's also, I saw in the CCW subreddit, a Chiappa 1911-22.
What?
With wood grips. I mean, you could have the grips made out of spaghetti on a 22. Like, who gives a shit? Like, it's a 22. It doesn't really matter. You know, make them out of gummy bears, whatever. It's fine. But then the model 1911-22 custom, then it's like, I don't know if it came from the factory this way, but they have like white in the engraved letters. Just so that you can make sure you see how fucking stupid this gun is. They add white out to those. There's also some guy had... I'm going to shit on this guy too. He had his a 19, a 43X, and a SIG of some kind. I can't tell. Oh, no, that's an RXM. Also added the whiteout to the engraving just to make sure everybody knows what a fucking dumbass he is. And, here's how big a dumbass he is. He's got a Glock 19 with the large backstrap on it, and then a Glock... Oh, it's a 43X. Never mind. It's not as stupid as I thought. I thought it was the 17. It was a 43X. The camera angle fooled me. I thought it was the grip.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it my turn?
By the way, I'm grabbing links. We're gonna put these in the show notes.
Yep.
Because all I got to do is copy and paste these links, and then everybody can kind of laugh along.
My next one is actually a SHOT Show release. The Keltec clip-fed 380 red sight enabled pistol.
Yes, it's also called leukemia.
Yes.
It's the cancer gun. If you shoot it, it'll give you cancer. Not because of contaminants, just because you deserve it.
The PR-3AT Defender. It is 380 clip fed, so you have to lock it back, put clip. I'm not misusing that term, you fucking autists. And jam the rounds into the fucking magazine and then let it go forward. That's not the worst part about this fucking pistol. We've not got there yet. So it is red dot enabled because, when I have a 380 fucking clip fed pistol, I'm worried about my shot accuracy at 10 yards. Like, whatever. It has a built-in belt clip.
Oh.
Have you not found it yet?
No, just paste it in. If you're going to talk about it, paste it in because the algorithm is not treating us the same.
Okay. So,
but the clip fed thing, that must be like a mag-ban state workaround.
Yeah, so it's for California, Massachusetts, Connecticut, New York, yada, yada, yada.
So it's only 95% stupid.
Right. Like, as a nerd, clip fed, I don't hate. I think it's hilarious. I think it's funny. I'm more shitting on it's 380 because reasons. It's red dot enabled because why? And I put the clip in the thing. It has a belt clip on it. So you're supposed to just clip this thing to your fucking belt.
But I was listening to the Paracast last week, and Robert and Tom were talking about Tom's bodyguard that they got for his wife. And I can't remember where it came up, but somebody asked, can you put a dot on it? And I'm like, on a fucking 380 bodyguard? Why? Where are you going to put it on that thing? It's like a centimeter wide. There's nowhere to put it.
Right?
They're not. What for? This is like, oh shit, I really need a gun, but all I brought was this, but I'm glad I at least have this gun.
Right. I'm going to put it in your belly and I'm going to pull the trigger until it stops going bang bang. What I love is the comment section because there's an internet meme that Kel-Tec designers just do lines of cocaine and go, all right, what are we going to do? We're going to do something crazy. It's going to be fucking crazy as shit. You know what we're going to do? Clip-fed pistols in 2026. Yes. And it's going to be red dot enabled. Yes. 380. Yes, it's got to be in 380. Yes, it's got to be 380. And put a belt clip on it. Belt clip. Yes, because they're just going to put it in their pocket. And it's going to be pocket available because that will not lead to someone shooting themselves in the foot. So the entire comment section is just like, one of them is them boys at Kel-Tec, and it's a dude dumping white powder on himself and dancing around. Next comment, Kel-Tec nose beers for the win.
Do you remember the South Park episode where there was like some sort of like, I think it was South Park, some sort of computer coding is being done by just like some sort of dolphin like knocking a ball around into, God, what the fuck was
Yes. Yeah, that was.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I think you're talking about or is that where they kill the chicken and then where the chicken's body goes, it lands and decides financial policy? Because they were doing one about the financial crisis, and I
don't remember, but like to me, it's like it's like the spin the bottle of gun design. Like we're just gonna see. Okay, it's got to have a red dot. Okay, spin it again for caliber. 380. Oh. And now, feed mechanism. Like, why would you pick that one? Why isn't it just automatically box fed? We spin that one. Clip fed.
Woo woo. No, I've seen the Mad Lib ones, and yes, this does feel like a very Kel-Tec Mad Lib. But they also made what is it? The K2000, P2000, whatever their fucking folding 9mm rifle is. They came out with an integrally suppressed
Sub 2000.
Sub 2000. They came out with a suppressed version of it. Like the barrel's just a suppressor.
Oh.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, of all the guns Kel-Tec makes, though, that's like the one that's not completely stupid.
Right. Everyone's got one.
I watched a guy win PCC at Iowa one year with a souped-up Kel-Tec. Do you remember that dude?
Yep.
He was fast as fuck. Oh, God. It was a long time ago. It was like one of the first few years that PCC was the thing.
All right, so next one.
Next one is mine. Just the headline alone is all I have to say. carried the P320 for 3 days. Ain't shot my balls off yet, so it's safe to say P320s are good to go. My favorite comment, future post, my P320 shot my balls off. We did talk about it a long time ago. There's a video on YouTube where a guy talks about how his very first pistol, he, instead of just taking his Glock to the range and shooting it, he bought all the parts, like all the trigger parts, all the go fast parts, all of the things.
Yep.
And then immediately shot himself in the penis.
Yep.
And the best part about this video, which it's not short, it's kind of long. And I think the title is something like I shot my dick off with a Glock or something like that. after while he's in recovery, he's getting a little horny. He needed to rub one out. And so,
we did talk about this one.
Yeah, and I think he had a catheter at the time. And so he was just like, fuck it.
Oh God.
I don't remember it exactly, but oh God, that was a if we had seasons, it would be a season 1 episode of of Not Another Shooting Show.
God, we are working on season 2 right now. This is the finale of season 2.
I'm deliberately not doing seasons. Like, that's an option for podcasts. I don't do it. It's just episodes. We're just going forever.
Yep. Okay, so I'm going to jump to this guy. He's actually kind of asking a legitimate question, but it's hilarious because of the gun he chose. Mm-hmm. So it says, what are the downsides of this type of carry? And he has essentially like a belly band, or maybe it's like a Hunter Constantine belt, but he's wearing it like belly button height. But he's carrying a 5-inch 1911 cocked and locked.
Oh.
So any of us from the Midwest who maybe when it's -5, we, wear a sweatshirt or something. Fucking try pulling your entire shirt up to give you enough room to draw a 5-inch fucking 1911 from your belly button.
Yeah.
Like, that is pants on head retarded draw position. I'm sure it's comfy because,
longer guns are more comfortable than short guns for me.
Right. In appendix, not like trigger or like essential.
How is he carrying it?
Sorry, I'm failing at this very basic task.
Oh.
I'm not a drunk. You are.
I'm not a drunk. You are.
So I put it in the rundown, and you can check it out. Like,
okay.
It's a basic bitch 1911. I think it's a Springfield Armory or whatever, and he's got okay grips on it and whatever. He's carrying it cocked and locked, so he's not
with a second belt.
Yes,
like you completely glazed over the most obvious thing to talk about is the fact that not only is he carrying a 5-inch 1911, but he has added a belt above. It's not going through his pants. It's just a belt around like his belly button or something.
Right. That's what I meant by Right. That's what I meant by belly band.
It's not a belly band though. It looks like a Hunter Constantine belt.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just a completely right. It's just a completely separate belt holding his 1911 to essentially like the trigger guard is sitting on his belly button.
Yeah. The trigger guard's on his belly button. The muzzle is inside the second belt that's in his jeans.
Yes. So it's his second belt is actually pushing the barrel more dick pointable. Mm-hmm. Like it is forcing the barrel into his dick.
He really needs a second pair of pants. That's all I got to say.
Yeah.
He needs another pair of pants.
I think this is probably one of the dumbest ways I've seen a human being carry a gun.
Okay, I'm scrolling. Oh, another 3 tier 1 holster posts. Fuck that shit. Jesus Christ. They're okay. They're fine. But there are other holsters out there. CCW, fuck off. Good hell. Okay, let's each do one more. One more. Super slow draw guy. Okay, I'm gonna critique this guy's draw. Oh, of course, he's got the mag carrier. Why don't you just go slow is smooth, smooth is faster? Smiley face, ass hat. And what are you doing with that other mag? Oh. Maybe it's a USPSA. Maybe it's a USPSA rig. Maybe it's a USPSA carry.
Maybe it's Maybelline.
Maybe. But the thing that's funny when he draws, like it moves his junk and everything. Like you can see it's like the holster is right down there on the shaft, And so when he grabs the gun, like the whole front of his jeans is just going wop, 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 wop. So he's either got a tiny penis with a heart on, or his holster's like right there going wop, 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 wop when he grabs it. It's really funny. Okay, you go.
Is that what you tell your boyfriend? Wop, 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 wop.
Wop, wop, wop.
So I'm actually not going to shit on the poster.
That's not the game.
Fine.
Fine. Do what you're gonna do.
The poster, Lewd Meat, which, hell of a name.
Okay. I don't care what you do now. I like that.
Right. His post said, reminder that hitting up matches is the best way to improve your shooting skills.
I saw this post the other day.
Right. And I said, hell yeah, brother. And then I went to the comments and I got into arguments. So
what was the title again? Paste it. Did you paste it in?
I did paste it in.
Okay.
It's the last one on there.
No, my draw technique is the last one on there.
What?
Oh, it's the one before my draw technique. My bad. Okay, go ahead.
Sorry. So one dude basically said, like, if you aren't shooting your carry gun, you're wasting your time. And I said, that is wrong. Like, that is just absolutely fucking retarded. And that one went okay. But there was some dude who commented and was like, you better be careful, bud. Shooting competitions will get you killed in the streets.
Did he really?
Yep. I'm trying to fucking find it because I got into a long argument with this motherfucker, and it appears he got downvoted after I left the conversation because I can't find it as easily as I thought I would, because I was arguing with this motherfucker for a minute because he was just like, oh yeah, here it is. He goes, if you're running a different gun and carry, you carry like a speed gun, it isn't as useful. And I was like, well, that's dumb. And he goes, it absolutely improves marksmanship. For example, how many times have you been in a match where you're not shooting from cover, or where you're shooting from the middle of an open door or in an open area? By the nature of competition, it will push you to strive to be better. But at some point, match shooters generally fall into traps that is arrogance. Many match shooters reach a proficiency plateau or stop believing in techniques that may actually work well for them, but because it is the trendy technique, they lock themselves into one class or another. And I was like, you're retarded, dude. Like, I just said, this isn't true. People don't need to train to take cover. Show me a video of a competition shooter losing a defensive encounter. He responded, like, quoting me and giving me a fucking paragraph response. And I was like, here's what I'm talking about. Go suck my dick. Like, fuck off. I said, you're spouting ancient fucking FUD lore. The majority of shootings are very short. A high-skilled competition shooter will handle those situations. There are very few examples of competition shooters in a shooting. If competition is so bad, why do tier 1 groups use competition?
And then he claims Ben Steger says the same thing he just did.
Yes. Yep. I love it when people are like, well, Ben agrees with me. And I'm like, I don't think he does, but...
Sometimes he likes posts because they're fucking hilarious.
Right. He is the largest internet troll in the gun industry. So, yeah, sure. I'm sure he agreed with you one time because it got him 40,000 views on a video.
Okay. We're giving away the milk for free here, dude.
Right. On that note, let's go to
43 minutes in. Jesus. Patreon.com/NotAnotherShootingShow. It's only $3.57 a month for the last 10 minutes of this episode. No, it'll be more than that. We've got more.
We're going to talk about liberals and gun ownership and protests. It's going to be hilarious.
Jeff is going to get spicy, and I'm just going to let him go. I'm not even going to hold. I'm not going to pull in the reins at all. I'm just going to let Jeff do what Jeff do. Patreon.com/NotAnotherShootingShow. It's only $3.57 a month.